Dumelang Sanbonani, welcome to Mokgadi Legacy. This is your girl, Mokgadi. COVID or not, we're still out here making a difference in people's lives. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, like, share, and don't forget to ring the notification bell for more videos. And today we have Karabo from 2J's clothing brand. Stick around, don't move, take a walk with me.
Take a walk, take a walk, take a walk with me. Take a walk, take a walk, take a walk.
Dumela Karabo, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. Welcome to Mokgadi Legacy.
Thank you so much.
Okay, yes, please introduce yourself, who Karabo is and where he's from.
Okay, full name Karabo Gabriel Pefadu. I'm originally from a place called Butokwa in Limpopo.
Okay.
Yeah. But currently I'm based in Alexandra.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. Please tell us your work. What is it that you do exactly, and how do you go about it?
Okay. Well, I'm an artist. Right? I like to call myself an artist.
Yeah.
Some use designer, but I'm an artist. I co-founded a company called the 2J's Clothing Company, where we run a brand called True Expression. It's an African-inspired streetwear brand. Actually founded it with my brother.
Yeah.
His name is Tabo. So it's a project that we've been. So it's like a passion project. You know, it's like when you start something and people like it, and then you continue.
You go about it because you see the response.
Yeah.
It's actually beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. Okay, so when did you start the 2J's clothing brand?
Okay. 2J's actually started in high school, right? We were just like an art organization, so we're just coming together, different artists, you know, but we mainly worked with music, and then me and my brother obviously.
Music?
Yeah, music.
What? So wait, you trying to tell me, is it production? Do you produce, or you sing, or rap, or what is it?
No. It was like, what was happening back then is that we were supporting artists, you know? So what they'd wear on stage and all of that type of situation. You know?
Nice one. So you were actually marketing your brand through artists on stage.
Yeah, you could say that. You could say that. And then from then, more people liked what they saw, and then we continued.
I was actually going to put you on the spot and say sing.
I mean, come on. I like you too much.
You never know. You never know. I could have been on. I heard you talking about music, so I thought to myself, okay, maybe he could sing. Maybe
you would be committing suicide because nobody has lived to tell the tale.
It's worth a try. Okay, so you were still telling me about the brand.
So me and my brother, like I said, we're from Limpopo, right? And so Limpopo, you know, all about our culture and our heritage and all of that. And my grandmother actually was the one who inspired us to put, you know, more of like learn more about you know, our African history, our heritage. And then, you know, when you learn all of these great things, you learn all of these great patterns and textures.
So she actually had a very hands-on in terms of the prints that you're using.
Yeah. She's actually the one who taught me how to sew. But what's this? My first prick with a needle was with her. You know,
that's so interesting.
Would sit for hours with beads and all of that. My grandmother did a whole lot of
And
different
is
things.
she aware of how much progress you've made so far?
Yeah, she is. She's the one who'd actually, you know, push me to continue further. You know, because when I studied civil engineering, believe it or not. But then, you know, when you're doing something that you're not really into it as much,
you
know?
somehow just have to, you know, experience something else that actually gives you all the drives and everything, passion. Please tell me how you go staging, right? In terms of your clothes. Right? What message do you want people to actually get from your clothing?
Well, as the brand says, true expression. That's basically the point. Expressing yourself. You know, I mean, like everywhere you go, yeah? Every culture, tradition, group, whatever, right? What is the first thing that they use to express themselves? You know, clothing, your attire. You know, and that's something that we believe you should be able to express yourself through
clothing.
You know, the point is not for people to wear our clothes and be like, hey, I'm wearing something Karabo's made or Tabo made. Okay, which that it is cool when they say that, but the point is like you should feel like you've matched what is inside as well on the outside.
True.
Because everybody judges you before they even talk to you.
They look at what you're dressed in.
You know,
the message that you're sending through your clothing. True.
You know what I mean?
True.
So that's the point of it all. You know.
No, I get you. That's quite interesting. It actually gives out, you know, it sums up everything all in one. So since you've been in the business industry for quite a while, what are the challenges that you've faced so far?
Wow. Let's see. So being an entrepreneur, right? You've actually the word doesn't really sum up what really the work that you have to put in, because not only does it need you to be creative, but it also needs you to be innovative as well. You know, I know it sounds like they're two similar words, but when today you can come up with something that tomorrow doesn't
make sense.
Does not really make sense to somebody. But at the same time, markets change. I mean, today black is everything. You know, tomorrow red is the next level. You know what I mean? So with clothing, like I'm saying, it's something personal. You know, it's something people use to express themselves on the inside. So in business, you kind of have to be like forever on the move. You know, you don't sit down. So one of the main challenges we face so far in the beginning was getting to understand, you know, the market, the different people that we met, you know, commercializing your product, you know, because, you know, when you're an artist, you don't really make something to say, no, I'm going to make this to sell. You know, the point is just to get your feelings and your ideas out from your head, you know, and then from then you have to look at it and be like, okay, now I have to, this is something somebody would want to buy. You know, sometimes you'd be like, no, I have to sacrifice this and that because it's not exactly going to work. You know what I mean? And since with True Jays, we don't only have the brand. We actually two divisions. You know. So we've got the clothing brand where we just go wild and create our own stuff, and then we've got True Jays printing and design. So that's where we work with other businesses and help them develop their brands. You know what I mean? So we work with corporate clothing and all of that.
So True J brand, right? Under it, you said something like having people that you're actually grooming in order for them to be able to grow as entrepreneurs as well. Could you please elaborate more on that? Because it sounds interesting, you know. Well,
it's more like baraking, as the saying says,
Kabatu, yes.
But one thing that we should all share before anything else is knowledge, you know, because knowledge is power. It's just me sharing what I know, you know, just because along the way we've had people with skills and knowledge, and they've shared it with us.
In order for you to get to where you are today.
Exactly that.
Yes, I get it.
So the point is to share that knowledge with other people who need it. You know what I mean?
Okay. So in the production of your brand, you said you're working with your brother. You you guys are co-owners, the two of you.
Co-founders.
So do you have, like, in terms of production, do you have people that are helping you, or it's just the two of you? Let's say when there's orders, right? There's orders and you have to get that done. Is it you guys focused on that, or there's other people included in helping the production to be done?
Well, it's the both of us, right? And then we have my other older brother. He's the one who helps us.
So this is more like a family business, if I may put it that way.
I'd like to call it that. You know, But we do have turning temps that come in when we have bigger orders. I mean, as it is, me and my brother, we've pushed ourselves to the level that we can even pump out like 200 t-shirts in a day. You know what I mean? Just the both of us, you know. But then again, we still have other responsibilities and things like that. So we do have people that come in, and then we work it out together, you know. And looking at the scale of the market nowadays with the whole corona and people not being able to move around and be in the same small space, what we've actually done is we gather agents, you know, that people will work with, you know, because the market has hurt a lot. The lockdown has hurt the market a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're a tailor and you meet the requirements, you know. So if you get an order, we just divide the work, the orders among the agents. You know, we call ourselves the True Expression Crew. You know what I mean? So we just divide the stuff among the agents, and then when they're done, they just send it back, or we collect, and then each one gets their due at the end of the day. So it's actually also helped us to spread. You're
creating employment at the same time within this space. You know, are you aware of that? Because it's not just you getting everything just about yourself or amongst the three of you guys. You're creating an opportunity, a platform for somebody with their skills, you know, to push and be able to express themselves through that. Right? It's you might not see it that way, but I actually see it, and it's quite beautiful because that person ordered to go higher with that thing. I don't have anything to do, and then you come up. You're like, okay, you've got this goal, then let's push this thing together. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You said it, right? It's quite beautiful. Let's look at Karabo personally.
Okay.
Away from work. I would just want to know.
It's a very short story.
I want to know. What is it that keeps you calm? What keeps you going besides work? How do you get into your space and you're like, you know what, I need to listen to myself? Or rather, what is it that gets you going? What is it that you like out of the work?
Okay, let me make a confession. Calm, I don't know calm unless I'm sleeping.
Okay.
And not snoring, but I don't know calm.
Okay.
But I don't know. Karabo is a person who just likes creating. You know, just love getting busy, you know.
So you never get to sit down and you're like, I'm listening to myself and I don't want to think. That happens only when you're sleeping. That's what I'm getting from you.
Only with Mama Sekai.
Yeah.
Because she's like, come sit down, you know, or with my family. But I love spending time, you know, with my family. So I'm always with my family. Yes, I do love my own space because that's when I can work.
You can think clearly, yes.
And think clearly. But honestly, I'm a fun-loving person. I'm not really that outspoken, but once I know you, it's over.
What's that one place that you would want to go one day, and you know you've achieved, you know?
This is weird, but don't judge, please. I would really love to check out Mudimulle.
Okay.
You know the myth about it?
I've heard about it. I've never been there myself as well.
You know, I passed the mountain.
But apparently they say when you go there, you're never going to come back.
I wonder.
So are you ready for...
Okay, maybe since I'm a father now, I should maybe take less risks like that. But I would love to check it out and see what's the fuss all about. You know, and be like, oh, okay. You know,
and then you don't come back.
You never know.
What ticks you off?
What does tick me off, right, is suppression. You know, in the sense of if I wanna, like right now what you're doing, right? Like I actually follow you, you know, and I check it out and I love it, you know. what really ticks me off, if somebody now, if they're gonna comment, you know, it should either be constructive or towards that. But now, like, you know, when somebody tries to suppress somebody from stopping to do what they love doing, stuff like that, it really ticks me off. Unless what you're doing hurts the next person, then it's a different story. But I hate suppression. Like somebody who tells you, no, don't dress like this. No, dude,
this is how I want to express myself, and let me be.
Yeah, you know, because it's nice if maybe, let's say, you do something different, right? And you go around and you see the response and stuff like that, and you change it because you believe it's the change I should make, as opposed to now then somebody comes and says, no, don't do it just because they personally
don't like it themselves.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's a weird thing altogether.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't personally dye my hair red, but I definitely wouldn't stop anybody from
if it suits them, then why not?
I mean,
they can play around with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's say you were given a day, or it could be even 5 minutes.
Yeah.
This one, it's an obvious thing. Everybody wants to have this time so that they could have one thing they can change. You know, let's say one day you're a president or you're ruling the world. Let me just say it that way. What is that one thing that you would want to do or change?
One thing that I would love to do or change in the world: destroy borders. You know, I believe one of the main problems within the world is the borders. You know, you can even see, even in South Africa, you can even see the effects of borders. You know, because you've got certain cultures in certain provinces, and you know, when you're among people who are just like you and you're in the same space, the moment you move to somewhere where you mix with other people,
it feels different.
It feels different, you know, and like all people, we get defensive. You know, it takes a while before.
Even the treatment it's different.
You know, exactly that. You know, because you even look at things like xenophobia and things like that. It's things that we won't really be able to stop because there's a Zimbabwe, there's a South Africa. You know, in the sense of there's two separate countries when it's basically just two platforms, you know. When it's just like not even two platforms, it's just like one platform, and then there's a little gate on one road that says, no, when you're this side, it's Zimbabwe, when you're this side.
I see, I get it.
You know what I mean?
It actually makes sense.
Because even the problems now, if right now I'm the president of South Africa, and I'm trying to solve a problem, a systemic problem that affects Africans, that's not a decision that I should be sitting and thinking about alone. You know what I mean? Because it's obviously something that's going to affect everybody on that. You know what I mean?
It's a social issue.
Yeah.
Okay. Going back to true J's or true expression.
Yeah.
Let's say in 5 years or 10 years time, what is it that you would actually want to do or achieve, and you would say, you know what, you've got to that point there, you've set your goals and you're satisfied.
In 5 years' time, definitely would love the online store by that time to already like be moving, and you know, what's this? Have stores as well, you know. Have more than 5 stores by that time, or at least more than one.
And it could be a big brand or any brand that you would want to collaborate with.
A big brand that I'd love to collaborate with. Wow. Trying to shorten. I'm trying to shorten the list to just pick.
It could be 2, 1, 2. It doesn't matter.
There's a lot. My head is spinning. I know this is a bit off, but I really would love to do something with this dude, David Tlale.
David Tlale,
yeah,
okay.
I mean,
that's quite interesting because I've worked with him.
Really, yeah. I mean, I would love to really just, you know, because like David Tlale, I see him as somebody who's really, you know, when you really work with somebody who's like opposite to you, you know, what comes up from there, it becomes something different altogether.
True.
You know, there's actually a few also brands which I believe they're coming up, you know, they're really doing the most. I mean,
and more especially Bonaba, the newcomers, they're good. It's just that people don't get to recognize them.
Yeah, there's a lot I'd love to work with.
Don't worry, your wish will come true. It would definitely happen. So, in terms of social media, how do people get in touch or get a hold of you? You know? Yeah.
We're available on all platforms. We do have a business WhatsApp where people can get us on 074-646-8062. Anytime orders there, you know, can put them there, you know, catalogs on there. Our Facebook page, we have two Facebook pages. One is for the True Expression, the brand, that's True J's dash True Expression, right? And then there's True J's dash Printing and Design. So if like now you've got your own company now, you've got your own startup and you want to create corporate merchandise, or you shop a uniform for people to know. Or you just need help with developing your brand, developing your company, making your brand. That's where you can hit us up. True Expression, if you're looking for new gear, you're interested in whatever, you can check us there. Instagram, it's True Days Clothing. We're also on LinkedIn as well, but it's our full name, the True Days Clothing Company. Even Twitter as well. Also on Twitter, it's at True Days.
Okay. So you're catering for both female and male?
Yes. We do have stuff specifically for both female and male, but our stuff is mainly unisex. Because street clothing, it doesn't have...
True. It doesn't have gender or anything. So, on that note, please look at the camera, right? And say, take a walk with me with that energy.
Testing. Take a walk with me.
Be strong, face pain, it'll heal in no time. I just wanna give you a piece of my mind. Life will never be easy on you if you are weak. Stay strong, face pain, it'll heal in no time.
Thank you so much for tuning in. I would like to believe that you guys enjoyed the interview with Karabo from True J's Clothing. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Like, ring the notification bell for more videos. From me to you, take a walk with me.